Good morning, Soul Tribe. It's Michelle with Sacred Spiritual Healer. Welcome for your daily messages. For anyone that's just happened on the page or new to the page, any information you want to know as far as personal readings or the energy of how the readings work, you can scroll down below for the information. That way we don't have to go through it during every reading. Spirit has a message for the collective or tribe, of course, as every morning, right? The yellow candle here is for your solar plexus. Spirit's saying for you to light a yellow candle, and the yellow crystal is, I think it's like a mustard, I just want to say almost like a mustard seed color. Anyway, moving forward. Solar plexus focus for today, as far as the healing, is to clear any blockages through 111 of your chakras. Because even though we usually only focus on, some people focus on the 7 main ones, but in fact you actually have 12 main chakras and a total like 112 chakras. So we're clearing blockages today with the sound and vibration of the voice throughout this video, to clear any blockages throughout all your chakras, as well as awaken and to peel away the layers of your heart chakra so that you can open your heart chakra to unconditional love for yourself. Because we have to have unconditional love for self before we can love others. Spirit also has the message, and I wrote it down, but I'm not going to read it verbatim. It's basically to challenge you to, if depending on what time currently you get up in the morning, to set your alarm clock. Try to aim for 3:30 in the morning, 3:30 or 4 a.m. to do 1 hour, like an hour, 35 minutes to an hour meditation, so that you can receive the downloads in a quiet space, in a quiet time that is prime time to receive the downloads and spiritual messages yourself as well. So if that seems like a crazy time to wake up, then I urge you, or Spirit is urging you, to set your alarms for 1 hour earlier than you currently have it, to acclimate a little over each week perhaps, but for this, at least for 30 days, 1 hour earlier than you already are doing, and use that hour for meditation, a quiet time away from your morning routine, and just go directly into meditation, and listen to the spiritual messages that they have for you and downloads. Usually, also if you do any yoga exercises, the position for yoga is helpful during meditation. Sorry, just reading what else. Each day take one step towards your soul purpose. That could be, for some of you, it could be simple as opening a Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, etc., and just spread the messages regarding love and light, or your journey, how you've progressed in your journey, or just posting positive affirmations to help others that are in a lower vibration, to help them raise their vibration, right? So that's the messages. So let's get your overall energy. This is like, I'm getting a really calm energy coming in today. Even like having just that as the only message for the collective today seems very like, almost like Spirit's taking a break, like going easy on us today. But I get the feeling, and don't get nervous or hate me. Don't hate the messenger. I feel like it's the calm before the storm. I do. Spirit, give us overall messages, please. Overall energy for the collective, please. Overall energy. Thank you. Oh, I love it. You've got the otter. It's an Aquarius card. Playful, loving, fun, childlike innocence. Number 9, near completion as well. But being very playful, even though you get work done. When you're doing your work, you do it with joyful heart. That's so beautiful. I love the otter. And their counterpart, please. The person, their divine counterpart, the person that fills their heart. Aside from themselves, of course. Thank you. We got 2 up. Ooh. All right. And on the bottom, how amazing is that? You have the dragonfly. Number 7. Body, mind, and soul. Dragonfly is all about, it's an air element, of course, but it's also all about your transformation. Similar to the butterfly, getting ready to take flight. And for some of you, yeah, Spirit's saying soar. You've already got your wings. You've already gone through transformation, death, rebirth. You need to start flapping those wings and soar. That's what they said. Just the messenger. That's how I feel today. I'm just the messenger. Not even sure all the messages that came out yesterday. I still did other I did so many readings yesterday. But then after like the 3rd one, even though I recorded them, they wouldn't upload. Very frustrating. Because I put a lot of energy in the sense of the channeling, but also sending, sending that healing energy through every video takes personal energy. So then I had to rest, but it was frustrating to me that they didn't upload then. Nonetheless, everything happens for a reason, so perhaps a message was going to be not ready to be received in those other messages. So it is what it is, right? Elephant here is, for your counterpart. I like this. The elephant's a very majestic card in the sense that they're listening to their higher self, their third eye's open. They've really been, I'm going to put this under here for a second, they've really been through the battle. They've got a broken tusk, they've got a tore ear, but they have a very good memory. They're remembering their past lives, perhaps with you even. It's a number 3, body, mind, and soul. They are holding to that flame that they know that you hold the other part of their blueprint, right? You're the other half of their soul, and they realize that. They've been shown the light. They've been seeing these dreams, these visions. They're coming out of that darkness and into the light, because you are the light. I mean, look at how beautiful this light is that they're coming towards, right? And you have them on your mind. You are focused on sending them love and light. And if you're not focused on it or sending it even in the 5D, then your energy field perhaps is still so bright that it's guiding them, guiding their way to you. But they're plowing through the blockages that are keeping them from you. They're ridding themselves, cutting out things that no longer serve them. They're really plowing the way, I hear. Okay, and others of the counterpart, because again we have like 3 groups in the collective right now that Spirit gives me messages for, like 3 levels almost. So here we have only 2 right now. 8. Hang on. So 7 or 3. 8, 9. Number 9, near completion. The number I referred to on this, if those of you that might have this deck even, I wrote the page numbers on the bottom of each card. So when I give a number for the animal spirit deck, it's because it's the page number. But because it's wrote on it, I go ahead and give that as a number of those that follow synchronicity, numerology type information, right? The gazelle is all about confidence. Look at how they're holding their head up high. They've received the light, that aha moment. They're also being very passionate. Yellow is the solar plexus, that courage, the strength, energy, but also the passion. The orange here in this sun or circular image behind them reminds me of the sacral energy, very much sexually and sensually drawn to your light. Very, they're like, look how their head is up, like, what'd you say? Almost like this energy. Look at both, have their head held up high, like, ooh, I see the light now. I feel like they're 2 little dogs. Sorry. The gazelle is a very fast animal. It also moves fast, but it's not afraid to just be lay around, meditate. Perhaps this person is meditating. This group rather is not afraid to hold themselves upright. Right, strength. Listen to their higher selves. Their antennas are tuned to their higher self, to spirit. Their ears are open. They're hearing spirit. Their spirit guides. Their eyes are wide open and alert to this direction, to this connection. And they're just, meditating, resting, seeing you from another perspective, a higher perspective as well. But not they're not making, at this point, they're not making fast movements because they're waiting perhaps for that spiritual guidance, because I get the sense of this horns being more in right now. I get it that it's more antennas, almost like listening and drawing in the information from their spiritual guidance of when do we move. We're ready, they're alert, they're ready to go, but they're waiting for spirit to say, okay, move forward, go get them. Make your move. That's what I do with that. Okay, let's pull from the fairy deck. I do love this. I do my reading for myself. I always do mine and my masculines readings first, so that it gets it out of the way. So that if spirit has a message for me personally or about my person, right, it comes out separate, so that this is focused on just the collective, those that are subscribed, liked, that have that energy exchange, right, that it's going to resonate with. So I love this deck. It's very creative. It has a lot of messages, because the messages are pulled from all the details, like throughout the images that the artist created. So very nice. All right, so let's get a message for the recent past of the collective, please, those that are watching. 100,000 subscribers. Sure, and like, share the page. If not the page, the actual messages. YouTube. All right. And their counterpart, please. The recent past of their counterpart, to help them resonate with the message, to help them see where their person recently is coming out of. Recent past, please, for their person. Thank you. Ooh, somebody's gone through transformation, death and rebirth. Oops. I'm going to take it because it flipped and then flipped back. I'll check in a minute to make sure it was meant. Okay. Spirit says, yeah, that's good. My spirit guides are being a little nicer to me today. Yesterday was a little rough, I'm not going to lie. They're a little pushy. Had to have a talk with them. Set some boundaries. Like our masculines, right? We got to set boundaries. If you don't have an pendulum, get a pendulum. These are amazing. These are awesome tools to help you read messages from spirit, your spirit guides or great spirit. I have so many. I hung a few just for the crystals that they are here, but they're great. So the one I usually use, I have used this for so many years. Oh my gosh, I can't even say how old, but it's lasted forever. But I have to keep changing the chain that it hooks to, because it's started on one kind of chain, it broke, and then go to another. So if I have to clarify yes or no question with my spirit guides, then I do use my pendulum for yes or no sometimes, just to clarify. And then this time I hooked it to actually what was a necklace or a chain. I usually have it as a deck, as a pile of deck crystals, but it's the crystals that's on a chain. So if you hear me say, ask a question, it's usually just me talking to my spirit guides. All right? So, Spirit, give us other people. I must have received. Okay. Moving forward. Spirit said, move forward. Give us true, precise. Thank you. True and precise messages for the collective's career, please. We're looking at your money today. We're looking at your career. So what messages do you have for the collective regarding how they make their pentacles? I'm getting the urge to take that one and that one instead of from the top. So for career, it just seems like you have a lot of love. This might be either you're really in love with your, have a lot of passion for the actual career that you are in, for your field, or this is someone that has a love interest in the workplace. All right. Spirit, give us true and precise messages for the collective, please. Those that are watching, those that have subscribed, those that have had the energy exchange. Thank you. Did I have a... I thought I had a flipper. Hang on. So that... Thank you. Okay. And then your future, please, Spirit of the collective. As I say every time, I do get up at 3:30 a.m. My alarm actually goes off at 3:03. It gives me a few minutes to accept the fact that I'm going to get up soon. But yes, and I start my meditation for the hour prior, sometimes an hour and a half. Meditate on the cards and begin my readings. Thank you. Your future for the collective, please. Your future for the collective. Your future for the collective, please. So then I start my readings as far as recording them when Spirit guides direct me to start. Sometimes it's 5 a.m. Sometimes it's 11. Just depends on what Spirit says it's time to do it. Because that's really the, not here for the likes, the views, the subscriptions. I'm just here to share just here for sole purpose to share the messages and my journey, the information to help you through your journey because of my experience in my journey. And then my actual sole purpose is, yes, it is of healing, so I can send you the healing, reiki healing, the energetic healing through these videos, and rather than always having you have to pay for it or email me for it, I just include it in each video. All right, these clearly want to come out and set them aside. All right, so let's get started here. All right, so here you, in the recent past, you're coming up as, yes, the beautiful information here. You've gone through the death and transformation. This is the Transfiguration card. The Singer of Transfiguration. I always took it as a transformation, but it actually says, and I'll show you, the Transfiguration. Number 11, though, very divine number, right? What we're looking for in signs and synchronicities, those that look for the number 1111. This is your 11. Also, this is like the Phoenix Rising. Look how beautiful the card, the energy is. You're shining your light brightly. You're fiery. You're very, in the recent past, you've been fired up, right? Someone lit that fire, that passion, and all of a sudden you went from, I don't know, let's see. You're now standing up and alert. How's that? I don't know. I want to say what I was going to say. It'll be taken wrong. You know, instead of just, the otter is a water animal, right? It's always on all fours, preparing dams, trying to do work in the home, take care of things at the home front, not really worrying about those around them. They're always preparing and building dams to provide a place for to habitate. Yeah. But this fire that recently was lit has you up on 2 instead of on 4. You're sitting upright and alert, like, what? Like, ooh. What's that? It's an elephant. Same with that energy. They're all very alert right now, like, what's coming? And that's the energy I said before I even shuffled any of these, right? Was this is the calm before the storm. Something's coming. It's not just energetically, it's not just an astral change, because we're getting the new full moon, the full moon is coming, and we know that we've had planetary alignment changes, right? And I'm not going into those. I'll leave that kind of soul path for someone that's more educated on the actual planetary alignments. But for this energy, this reading, it's very much that calm before the storm, like they know something is happening and they're getting ready, they're preparing. And that was the energy the last few days, to be prepared for anything. Be prepared for anything energetically or physically, in other dimensions, past, present, future, or in this present moment, 3D. Thank you, Spirit. The Singer of Initiation. This is about, you've gone through the death and the rebirth. And like I said yesterday, this transfiguration was that death and rebirth, right? And you've had that rebirth. You've come out with the butterfly wings, right? You've grown your wings. I don't remember where we saw that. Maybe that was on, okay, that might have been one of my readings this morning. The Singer of Initiation, though, here is to say you're at that gate. Spirit is holding their hands. It's like this card. Let me hold it up first. Okay, so it's almost like these are two spirits holding their hands on your face, almost like with unconditional love for you, saying it's going to be okay. You are protected. You are starseed. You are a light worker. You are protected. Just continue your journey. Keep your head held high. Stay focused on your soul purpose, and you're going to be okay. All right, so faith. Again, with like 3 or 4 days ago, we kept getting the messages that was, oh no, it seemed a little dramatic to me. About the current and the wind changed, the current, it feels like months ago. Jeez. The wind, the changes in the wind, the current being turbulent, that message, remember? But Spirit's saying, holding you, saying, just stay focused. Just worry about your path, your soul purpose. Keep shining your light and know that you're going to be okay. So whatever is coming energetically, whatever is coming physically at you, at us, right, as a collective, as a 3D realm, know that you're going to be okay, because Spirit's got you. As long as you've got Spirit helping to spread the love and light, and you are getting into soul purpose, you're going to be okay. And that's this card energy. Otherwise, it is the initiation, knowing that you're going to be tested. Initiation is usually, like I said before, with the Jeepers. Yeah, this card. I would say maybe that was another card. So your counterpart has the guardian of the gate, and that's what I was thinking about. Is this, you are always the leader. You're leading the way to your counterpart, and you've already gone through this, and they're just coming through it. But you went through it already. So the initiation is the test. You're being tested right now. How do you react to this information? This information I'm giving you, is it triggering you? If it is, go within and heal whatever it's triggering. Look at yourself and say, why am I triggered by this? Why do I think, oh, that's, BS, or that's just nonsense? Or why am I triggered in the sense of how I feel about it? Then you need to go within and heal that energy within yourself from your childhood, your past lives, whatever it is for you. It's usually inner child healing. And that's what, if you need guidance on your inner child healing, you can email me, of course. I can also recommend, if you don't want information from me, I can recommend someone, because the important part is that you receive it. I don't care if you pay me for it or pay someone else for it. The point would be is that if you need inner child healing, then work on that inner child healing, because that's what I'm here to explain, to get the point across to you, is to do the work. Spirit's got you, but you need to do the work as well. That's why you're being tested. That's why you're being triggered, because each ascension level that we get is really a test. I feel like life in general is a test. I feel like it's one of those, not game shows, like almost like if you think of that show, I haven't watched it in a century, probably a century, not to age myself, but when it first came out, I think it was probably 10 years ago. It was like Survivor Island, or just Survivor. Maybe it was just Survivor, where they vote the weakest link off the island type thing, right? And they have to prove themselves in their survival method. And that's how I feel. Life in general is survivor show. We have to not be conniving and lying. You want to come across with honesty, love, and light. So not that aspect, but in the way of the test, when the game show host, whatever his name is, has them all come forward for a test to get to that next level, and then they give them a gift. And that's how I feel with spirit sometimes, is when we go through these gates, these ascension levels, is we're always tested first. I know I'm speaking with my hands. I can hear somebody say it. So when we are being tested, sorry, I got sidetracked with somebody saying, stop talking with your hands. When we're being tested at each level of ascension, that's how it feels anyways. But know that Spirits is saying, yes, it is an initiation. In your recent past, you were being tested. So if you had something occur recently, something that happened, they were testing how you reacted to it, how you move forward from it. But you, by current energy, I would say you reacted and came through very nicely, because this is beautiful. I love the energy from the cards. They have very nice energy coming from them. You're like being alert to your spiritual guidance. You're being alert to your spiritual path. You're ready to move forward. All three of them cards show alertness and willingness to move forward. And here it's the she-conch. And again, the she-conch is about birthing a new beginning, that change that's occurring. Some of you, maybe you're pregnant, maybe you're getting pregnant, maybe you want to get pregnant. Spirit is saying many of the star seeds are going to be rebirthing. Sorry, I had to consult to clarify. So the rebirth is as far as death and rebirth. Know that yes, you're going to be going through the death and the rebirth. For others of you, this is about birthing a new beginning in a business sense. Or birthing a new you. That alertness, that eye-opening shine that you have of the new self, realizing that you don't even recognize your old self because there's been a change in who you are from internal perspective because of the death and the rebirth. So in that sense, yes, you are rebirthing, but in others of you, you're going to have a baby, okay? Plain and simple, you're going to be birthing. Some of you, and many star seeds were meant to come in connection with their person, their other star seeds, to rebirth and birth the golden child, the next gifted, the next golden, the next chosen one. Wow, that's getting a little deep. Okay, so your person, I feel like that was like pulling teeth trying to get all those messages. Your person's gone through the gate. They recently were at this gate also. Here they came to the gate and they knew that they had to pass this test. And for some of them, maybe it took them a while. Number 3, they had to go within and listen to for their sake of their body, mind, and soul. Number 3, and listen to spiritual guidance, how to get through this gate. Because they knew once they went through that gate, it was going to close. They can't come back. There's no going back once they choose. Sometimes we have to choose and make a decision. It could be self-will, but once you make that decision, then the gate is closed. Some of them made that decision. Some of you made that decision. But if you're a cross-watcher, Mick the Biomancer is, again, this Mick the Biomancer reminds me of, look at his silly grin. He knows people are watching him shine. He knows that he's gone through this gate and passed that test. And so he knows that he's shining his light, and it's like he's got a secret within himself, and he's not telling anyone. Look how silly. I just feel like he's got that grin on his face, and he knows that people are watching him from afar, or coworkers, whatever it is. People see him shining his light, and he's trying to kind of hide himself. He doesn't want people to see that he's shining brightly, that he is who he is, right? That he's come out through this transition. And he, with the fiery sword, is that he is cutting things out. He's listening to his higher self, knowing he's protected by his spiritual guides. He's cutting things out that no longer serve him for his highest good. And he's taking the step in the recent past to do just that. This also reminds me of the butterfly energy of that transformation. He's broke free of the cocoon that was holding him back. That karmic energy I just got from somebody. Some of them were held back from a karmic energy, and it was like being stuck in a cocoon, not being able to express their true self, not being able to, be honest or express their true selves to themselves or others. Hiding their true selves. All right, let's move forward. I feel like this is taking forever. Okay, breathe. Okay, so the Empress is you. This is your career. Okay, today, I know the last few days we've done reads where it was you and your counterpart. Today, this is you, your career, your finances, your money. What's most important to you in the way of work. What's coming up is the Empress. You're most important. You're finally going within and healing that you are the most important. Healing and loving yourself, shining your light is the most important thing to you. Coming so that you can gain for things that were meant for you, coming to fruition. Allowing the things that were no longer meant for you, the dead things to fall off, with the leaves here that are so beautiful in color, but you know that they are not, they're not there to stay, right? They have to fall off the tree for winter to come, because it's an end of that season, and a new season comes in. Sorry. For the person that doesn't, they're very much in my energy field. Who doesn't like me talking with my hands? You just need to get over it. Sorry. Just going to say it like it is, because somebody keeps coming really deep, very strong in my energy. Of my hand use. Sorry. The crow here is moving forward to the fruit trees, right? Flying over that of which is dead. The beautiful color is that is people in your lives or environment, even your own creations are might have been beautiful people, might have been beautiful for you at that time, but that season's come to an end. It's time to let those leaves fall off the tree, allow snow, right, winter to come in, and allow that inner growth to happen, the roots to grow for stability, so that they can withstand that next storm that is on the horizon, and bring calm waters to your life, peace, inner peace to yourself. And this is what you're realizing here in your career sector, is that you, the Empress, is the most important, that your love for yourself is what is important to shine. So that's beautiful energy. That's your career sector. That's what's most important as far as what you're doing work-wise. You're finally seeing that your soul purpose is important. Okay, so this is Spirit moving you forward rapidly. I get the energy that, one, there's a crocodile down here, there's lightning bolts I get, and there is Spirit's hand coming in and catapulting you forward. I feel like this is Spirit's hand grabbing you by the beak, as this crow is, remember, crow is also all about truth and messengers. They're very divine birds, sorry. That is moving forward, 5, 6, 7. This is also a divine number for someone. I was being urged to something about the divine numbers of 7, all right? Knowing that this is for your highest good, Spirit is moving you forward with this. And notice, I love how this bird, the crow, is moving forward. This bird moving forward, not looking back, right? You're not worried about those leaves falling. You're not worried about the past. You're worried about the future, or looking to the future. You're not worried at all. You're loving yourself and shining your light. That's a beautiful energy. I love this. Number 2 card here. So you have 3, 7, 2. 3 is body, mind, and soul. 7, always a divine number. And 2 is about partnership, a creation of partnership. Your soul partner, right? Someone that you're supposed to be in partnership for your soul purpose. This is having the strength to move forward, to fly above the storm, regardless of what other people think or say, regardless of what people see, regardless to who is watching. I'm trying to slow these messages down, sorry, because yesterday I felt like I was talking a mile a minute. The messages were coming too fast. So I'm trying to get where I can turn the volume down, or the speed of it down. as we go through this ascension, the readers themselves, some of them may have been more experienced, certainly many of them are more experienced than I am, but I'm just getting where I am figuring out to set my own boundaries with spirit guides, turn down the speed of their messages, etc. Going through my own ascension as well as you are, which is why you need to get in soul purpose to help others behind you, those that are just awakening, those that are going to come in behind you that need to hear from someone that's just recently, perhaps gone through similar things that they've gone through. So, work with me. Number 2. People are watching this connection. You're having the strength to fly above the storm, to move forward. You have had your awakening process of the Kundalini arising, right? You're realizing everything is connected, and you really feel this vibration, this connection with a certain energy, meaning another person. This person might be in your, maybe you are face to face with them, or others are just telepathic communication. But either way, it's like you almost feel like you share one heart, because every heartbeat is you keep thinking about them when you go to sleep, when you wake up. For some of you, perhaps you're just starting your journey in that sense, because that will fade as you ascend, and as you go in your journey, that the sacral energy, we'll say, right, will fade. And you can always ask Spirit to take away the Jezebel, I called it the Jezebel feeling of that sexual drive, because there are some in the collective currently in this energy field that are very sexual driven for their person, but know that it's about the soul purpose, about the mission. It's to bring you together. Spirit uses that sacral energy to draw you to one another, to have that equal give and take, to nurture one another, to heal one another, to trigger one another of those traumas that you might see that person as, oh, I don't like this person for this reason or that reason, or this is what annoys me about that person. But those very reasons, if you look into your heart, into yourself, there are really things that you didn't like or want to admit that are within yourself as well. So that person, the divine counterpart, you're having to have strength regarding it, because it's like looking your own snake energy, your own shadow self in the face, and seeing yourself, what you need to heal. So when that person triggers you, it's because it's something that needs to be healed within yourself. People don't realize that when they start this journey, they think it's all going to be, snuggles and love, right? And it's not. It's far from that. It's more about you healing your wounds, your traumas from childhood, your past lives, your generational curses or traumas. For those new to the journey, those that have already been on the journey have realized that and have started their work of inner child healing. It's also about passion for yourself and your soul purpose, but coming together as a partner with this person to complete that soul purpose, because you contracted to come together to complete the soul purpose together. So you are meant to come together, but first you have to be in alignment. For those just starting out, for those in the midway, right? You have to keep healing yourself and raise your vibration, knowing that other person, it may take them time because they're behind you. You are teaching them. So as you heal yourself, as you pull away your energy, you're teaching them how to pull away their energy from their karmic. You're teaching them how to go within and heal themselves. And then they move forward. And then eventually you will come into alignment. And then you can come together and soar together into soul purpose. And many of you in this collective are already at that place where we are, we've pulled back our energy, right? And we are just ready. We're stepped into our soul purpose, or part of that soul purpose. But to soar, then that alignment, you're just waiting for that perfect alignment, energetically speaking. Because if you come into alignment before that, it's just going to trigger you, which is perfectly fine, because you need to heal those wounds. You need to heal the past. Love yourself. Have unconditional love for you and for others. To love that other person regardless to their traumas, their wounds as well. Let's get on to this. Again, Spirit, you're getting carried away. Five of Swords, you've set your boundaries. This is nice. Yeah, you've seen the light, right? And so have they. So they understand that you've set your boundaries, collective, the tribe, those watching, the ones subscribed, liked, had that energy. The ones I'm pulling, the ones that are going to resonate with this, you've set your boundaries, right? You want calm waters. You realize shadow side was here. Things were illuminated, and you thought, you know what? Third-party situation is not going to work for this. We need to not have that toxicity, the energy of that toxicity in my environment. Because for me personally, I didn't care who he was screwing typically, other than that I didn't want their toxicity coming through him to me, right? And same for you. You don't want their toxicity. Who cares what he's doing on the side? But if we're going to get in a divine connection in something for soul purpose, you don't want toxicity to come into that picture. And so you're cutting those, you're setting boundaries, cutting that out of your life. All right, so Eight of Cups here. You're walking away from the Eight of Cups that were fulfilling you to some point, right? You felt like this was making you happy. This made you, you had things. You had a beautiful home, perhaps, a good job, this person that cared about you or that you cared about. But maybe you did feel like it was one of those sad songs played on a violin, and you wanted something more. You wanted that Two of Cups because Spirit showed you there was something better out there, that light, right? You've seen now, look at how alert they are, and all of a sudden you see that light and boom, they step up and they're like, ooh, I want that, because I want to have that divine connection. I want that Two of Cups. I want 10 of Cups. I want wish fulfillment. I'm not settling for 8 of Cups. They know that, hang on, yours follow, with your transformation, you're coming up as a star, coming up as the star card here, and knowing that you've gone through that transformation recently, and death and rebirths are going to be multiplied, right? So each time you're going to be tested. Each time you go through a death and rebirth, you then are tested and have to go through the initiation for that gate. Where is it? You go through this initiation time and time again. You're tested time and time again before you go through this gate from Spirit. But you are the star. You're shining. You're going through. You're doing the work. You've transformed. You've accepted that. Before you even came here, reincarnated to Earth, you accepted the challenge. So you're here going through your transformation, being tested, passing, right? Going through that next gate, and the next gate, and the next gate. And as you ascend, you are also blessed with, each time you go through that ascension, that gate, Spirit blesses you with spiritual gifts, knowing that you are then awakened and you have more gifts, more tools, which have always been inside of you, but now it's like you realize they're there. Now you realize you have the ability to manifest within your own mind. You have the ability to move energy in your own mind. You have the ability within you, and you've always had it, but perhaps you weren't seeing it until you were going through that next gate, right? Because Spirit reveals it more to you and gifts you that next level, next access. But your person also sees you as the star, and you are the guiding star for them. They see you, I'm going to hold this up in a minute, they see you as the butterfly right there. Your person is reaching and following you because they know that you're the butterfly. They know you're transformed. You are the star. You're the one that guides them on this journey. They know that you've had to let things go, the things that no longer serve you. They understand, Seven of Swords, you've cut things out of your life that were low vibration, that don't serve you for your highest good. You had to move on because Spirit showed you the signs and synchronicities of just that, of what you needed to release and when to release it, right? And if we listen to, because we do have self-will, we can still say, no, not yet, but it's going to delay getting through that next gate. It's going to delay that next gift. But here you're coming up as the King of Wands, understanding that this is a divine connection, understanding that you mirror one another as well, and that you have balance, or coming together with balance. You're coming with the work, and you realize the goal here is to come into soul purpose in alignment with this person, not just, boom, I got to have that person. when you first meet that person, first realize you are a starseed, you might feel like, oh, I just got to work at getting them. I want them. But you have to let go of the want. You have to let go of the desire and allow things to unfold, because what you want or should want is to come in union with self first, to heal your inner wounds first. And that will bring you your person. The King of Wands. You're stepping into your throne. You've accelerated it. You've gone through some healing and you've moved up to the King. And here they see you as the Ten of Pentacles, or you're coming across as a Ten of Pentacles. You are the wish fulfillment, and your person is trying to turn their back to that other person. Toxicity. Whether this person is just toxicity as a work person, place, or thing, or if it's an actual person, like a karmic, a third party. But abundance is all around you once you come into union. Once you work at this, Spirit will bless you with more abundance than wish fulfillment than you ever imagined. What you're working towards is the Four of Wands. In your mind, you really just want stability. In your mind, you want to hold this person. Somebody wants to caress somebody. But Spirit's saying you want stability. You want that. You want to be in soul purpose. You want that happiness. You want to follow your soul purpose. But really, you also just want to hold them physically. You want them in the 3D as well as the 5D. And that's understandable. And Spirit says, first, you have to come into alignment, because this is such a high vibrational connection. You have to heal those inner wounds. They have to heal their inner wounds. I love how these two match, going from one to another, not to get off on a tangent here. They match, going from Ten of Pentacles. First, they have to turn their back to toxicity, and so do you. Things of low vibrational to get the stability. I don't know why we have 3 piles, actually. Hang on. Alright, so actually, I don't know which one I took. I think I took that one. So Spirit's saying this isn't your person. These are your near future. You're the collective. Yeah, okay. Usually we take sorry, I had to take a minute here. Usually I do your near future and their near future. Spirit is pulling the near future of the 3 groups because of the different levels of where people are on their path. And so here we have the first group. Whether this resonates or not, will go along our way. Number 55. 55 is all about drastic change. 5 is change. 55 is drastic change. 555 is spiritual, like whipping you into shape change. That's what I just hear. Taming the wind. This is about taming the dragon within yourself. You're still trying to tame the either desire for alcohol, trying to get control, self-control. It's about self-control, taming the dragon within you. Knowing that it's for your highest good, to bring honor. What the heck? To bring honor to yourself. Sorry, just heard a really weird noise. To bring honor to yourself, your ancestors, but also because you need to tame that dragon within yourself so you can fly forward, so you can soar forward in truth. Truth in yourself, but first you need to tame the dragon. And this reminds me of the very first group, the group that is perhaps just now setting boundaries, or before that, the group that's just now awakening, or new to the journey, new to the channel perhaps. This is number 5 as well, change. Knowing that change is coming from the upper world, spiritual realm, right? Your ancestors that have gone before you, they've already gone there. They're watching over you. So, okay, so Spirit's saying to hold this up like this. So this is you trying to tame your dragon, inner dragon, so that you can bring honor to yourself, your ancestors, in a spiritual realm, spiritual world, the upper world. And here we have I want to say it's an owl, but it also looks like a hawk. No, Spirit's saying it's not a hawk. It's an owl. Wisdom. But it's huge wingspan here. Moving forward. Okay. So it's from, regardless, it's coming at you. Things that are coming at you. There's a change coming forward. This is a 5 and 5. So you have 5, 5, 5. Right? Drastic change coming in from the spiritual world, spiritual realm, regarding your situation, regarding the change that is occurring. It's coming from spirit, not something you have control over. This isn't something that you are worried about self-will. While we all are allowed self-will, that would show up in the lower arcana of the cards. But this is about the spiritual realm, your ancestors that have gone before you, guiding this change to make sure that you receive the gifts, so that because they are guiding you in your journey. And I like that she's facing forward and moving forward and doing the work to tame the inner dragon. And this takes time. But it's so worth it. All the pain, all the triggers in this connection is so worth it when you come through. Just know that. I don't know how else to tell you. That as much as you're going to cry so many tears, you're going to have a lot of heartache through this journey if you're new to the journey. But know that it's so worth it to come into union and to love yourself enough to heal those inner child wounds that you probably thought you didn't even have. Maybe you forgot them or pushed them down and said, that doesn't bother me. That's coming from an ego perspective. That's not coming from your true soul perspective. You need to heal that. You need to heal the lower world energy. This is the middle group. So this is the beginners, this is the middle, those that have already done some of this beginner work, tamed your dragon, right? And done some of the work. Perhaps you're not in soul purpose yet, but you know you're working on it. And you know that Spirit is protecting you in this. You know that you feel that protection. This is number 4. This is number 4. And a number 7. Very divine number. But 4 and 4 is very much about protection from stability. Thank you, Spirit. About your stability and gaining stability, but know that Spirit and ancestors are around you protecting you. 4 is all about protection from a spiritual realm and stability from the 3D realm. Okay, so here we have the Holy Mountain. You understand, this group is understanding that it's about the journey now. That it's not just about what they're attaining, that goal. They aren't looking for the exact answer or where they're going. They know that it's about their journey. And they're healing themselves along the way, along this ascension, right? They're facing the fact that Pachamama is Mother Earth and that all things are connected. I'm going to set this down for a second. The Pachamama energy is understanding now that we are connected to animals, plants, humans, the astrals, right? It's all energy, and that we transform and we create and we pull in whatever energy we attract. Whatever energy we're putting out, whatever we're thinking, whatever we're speaking is the kind of vibration of energy that we're drawing to ourselves. So if people are gossiping and talking trash, talking negative, always being down on themselves, or allowing that in their field, maybe you're more positive. This person might be a positive and always trying to stay in the positive, trying to always speak good things of themselves or others, but they live with someone who's like, say, a toxicity, a karmic, right? Karmic's all about toxicity. It's a lesson you had to learn. It's not, it's just an energy. Again, everything is energy. So they might have someone in their field that always talks down to them, criticizes everything they do, doesn't build them up, right? So they're realizing that now, this group. They realize everything's energy, and they realize what is needed in their field is positivity, love and light, right? To create and to draw in what they want. In their reality here, while they're here on Earth, they need to be in that positive vibration, and they're raising that vibration because they're understanding where they're headed, right? They're understanding it's about the journey, but they know when they get there, it's going to be ecstasy. And Spirit is giving you the enlightenment with your higher self, your third eye, seeing visions, your dreams, visions in the dreams. Also that intuition. Sometimes maybe it's just something in your heart space that you feel like something's off, or maybe you should do this. That's your intuition. Listen to the intuition and move through the guidance of that intuition. choose your decisions regarding intuition. You should be listening to your intuition first. Your mental or your intellectual overanalyzing things last. Okay? So once your heart and mind come into alignment, then you'll know that really your intuition is guiding you, and you can balance your heart and mind. That's where you're headed. And you're able now, or Spirit is guiding you to have the strength and the courage, thank you, Spirit, for the yellow chakra here, the solar plexus rather, is to have the strength and the courage to listen to that intuition regarding your shadow self, accepting the shadow self of yourself, because some of us have things in our shadow side that are actually going to be our strength for our soul purpose. Being able to see things of the dark side, visions perhaps as a child maybe you received and you thought that, or were told that those were dark thoughts or evil thoughts. That was just Spirit preparing you to accept those kind of thoughts so that you can help others in their journey, or help someone in that addiction per se, right? So everything we've gone throughout this lifetime on earth has been to prepare you for this moment, to prepare you to come out of that low vibration, but to accept and heal your low vibrations, your shadow self, to heal it, and then help others through their lower world energy, their shadow side. Those that are in the more awakened, holy cow, Spirit, really? Alright, I'm only giving a very few messages for each of these because this will be forever. I always get so much with these cards. So these are those that are more awakened, right? They're already in their soul purpose. Maybe they're on YouTube, they're on Patreon, Vimeo, maybe they have a Facebook page, whatever the case be, but you're already shining your light. You're working toward your soul purpose. Some of you may be even in contact face-to-face with your soul partner, the one that you're supposed to be in soul purpose with. This is beautiful, and Spirit's saying, number 4, you are protected. And this is the beauty way. You've gone through your transformation. You're shining your light, listening to that, the downloads. You're receiving the downloads, and you're not afraid to open your heart space. You're not afraid to bloom that lotus flower within your heart and have unconditional love for others. And the 9, 10, 13. Number 4, again with protection here, is you again know that you're protected. You're calling back your soul retrieval. And if you're not, then Spirit's saying currently now, well, during the waxing moon, slow it down, Spirit. Thank you. During the waxing moon, before we get to the full moon on the 9th, right? Do a meditation where you call back your fragmented pieces of your soul to help heal at a soul level. Call in Archangel Michael to heal the voids and the wounds that you've had to fill. If you've had to pull swords out of your heart because of heartache, because of past hurts from childhood, as you're doing this healing and release those pains, those sorrows, the traumas from childhood, be sure and call Archangel Michael, or on Archangel Michael, thank you, to fill those holes then with unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for others, so that you can heal and not leave that wound, because something's going to fill that void and you want it to be filled with self-love. Don't be afraid to give away that love. Give away your love and affection. Shine your light. If you are gifted in the way of reading tarot cards or energetically healing others, or perhaps this is even just volunteering. I know you probably heard enough of this yesterday. Volunteer at an animal shelter, volunteer at a homeless shelter for humans even, but give some energy of yours. Time, if time is of value to you, then give some of your time to someone else. If your energy is of value to you, then give your energy to someone else. Give something of value. This is not just about you giving an old sweater away. Okay? Wind reminds me of taming the wind. Here you are taming the dragon. You've already tamed the dragon within yourself, but this is the wind that you are the wind, I just heard. You're making the change. Number 9, near completion. You are realizing that you are a co-creator. You're a master manifester. You are able to bring in change like the wind. And the currents are changing. And Spirit's saying to co-create now. And now is the time to use your gifts as a co-creator. Number 11 card, divine number, right? 11. And this is about the thunder. And I think we got this yesterday. I get this card actually a lot. Know that Spirit is sending signs and synchronicities with, and realize just as the universe itself goes through change regularly, right? The planetary alignment. If you haven't studied quantum physics of this connection or the energy, do so. If you haven't looked into the astrological science of your house placement, do so. The person to watch the channel for that would be Water Baby Tarot. I don't do a lot about astrological placements. Heck, I can barely pronounce it. Let's face it. I follow it for myself. I follow Water Baby Tarot. But she does a really good job on channeling messages just about the moon phases, the planetary alignment. Another one that I watched that has nothing to do with this journey, but is Ditranium? D-I-T. It's almost like titanium, only titanium. I don't know. I'll try and link it. But they have a great 3D video. They post on YouTube, and it's usually about earthquakes. No, I mean typically. But it's all about the energy of the earth placements or the planetary placements. And so they talk about how those planets play an part in the energy change, but not on your personal level, just scientifically. But I like seeing the 3D movement in the explanation of where the planets are. So I'll link that as well so that you can just see if it resonates with you, follow them. If it doesn't, no big deal. Thunder is always, to me, an alert of something coming. Usually it's lightning, right? We get that signal. Spirit, the great divine, when they created thunder and lightning, it's a huge change. It makes things happen on earth. It brings an alert, brings action. It changes things, right? Sometimes the lightning will strike a tree, break it in half, and next thing you know, boom, it's either creating a dam or a house for little otters to live. But it brings change nonetheless. It brings death to that tree, but it provides life or home for the Aquarius. So while an ending for one brings a beginning to another, cycle of life as well in that sense. But thunder is always the warning lightning is coming, change is coming. And while you are thinking that you're going to expect right now lightning to come in because something's going to crash, something's going to make a loud noise, and you're expecting lightning, right? But it's going to be these bison running through water, whether this is floodwaters coming in, earthquakes coming in, metaphorically, energetically, perhaps just change coming into our lives even, that's going to feel like bison running us over. That would be a tower moment. Nonetheless, Spirit is saying Thunder card is here to show you something from the divine is going to happen, but it's not going to be anything you expect. Okay? Hope that clarified that. Like, gave the urgency that I was getting with it. Alright, let me see where we're at. I feel like I've been... Seriously? Okay, hopefully this continues if I do this. Alright, let's clarify these cards. I'm not clarifying the career. Clarifying Five of Swords is an end of an old cycle, beginning of a new. You've set your boundaries. It caused a change. It caused that lightning moment for someone, right? And that's here. But now you're taking that leap of faith forward and moving forward. With the Eight of Cups, you're walking away. How perfect is that, right? You've done exactly what your spirit guides guided you to do. And you laid down the burdens, and you're moving on without the burdens. You've laid down these burdens as a 10 of Wands. And you have guided your counterpart to do the same, because you are the star that guides them. They're following you. And so when you did that, when you set your boundaries, when you pulled away, it showed them how to lay down their burdens as well. The 10 of Swords here, leaving things behind that no longer serve them, clarified by the 9 of Swords. They too want that wisdom they've received from you. You are guiding them whether you think there's a change happening or not. You may not feel the change that you are causing in the universe, in the collective. Because as you heal yourself, you are healing part of the collective. You're healing your counterpart as well. And they are going to come up victorious, but so are you. It is a battle, but you are going to shine. Spirit is going to bless you. And you, as long as you always remain true to yourself, be truthful to yourself. Don't try to kid yourself. Don't try to lie to yourself. Don't try to lie to others and kid others, because you will be found out, both by yourself and by others. The 10 of Pentacles, leaving things, 10 of Pentacles, leaving karmic and toxicity behind so that you can have that wish fulfillment. And wish fulfillment you shall have. Spirit is giving you exactly what they promised you. 2 of Pentacles, someone that will help you in your journey, that gift from Spirit to move forward with. And 4 of Wands is stability, and you are coming up as the High Priestess. Beautiful card, beautiful energy, shining lightly. You just feel light and energetic, ready to dance in the stars, ready to dance in the rain. Here you're coming up in the near future, the beginners here, novice of the journey, the Queen of Pentacles. And you may have been working towards your this for a long time, but perhaps you just now recently started that awakening. Your Kundalini perhaps just now got the signal to awaken or begin its ascension of that awakening. So when I say beginners, it's only by sense of what Spirit is saying, okay? Don't mean any shade. I mean, I was on my journey for a long time before my Kundalini actually made movements. So, 3 of Cups, the pouring, celebration again. What you're able to celebrate is pouring your love from your love and someone else's into this cup in the near future. And having that stability, again, with the 4 of Wands, and during this transformation, and know that your journey of this awakening, because the time is so urgent of gaining and raising the vibration of Mother Earth, that those that are currently new to the journey or just now awakening, like your counterparts, our counterparts, right? They are going through such a much faster, more turbulent, thank you, Spirit, more turbulent awakening. It's almost like fast-track awakening. Much faster than those of us that have been on our journey for years. We had time before this moment, but time is of the essence of this awakening, of this union to get into soul purpose. So things are occurring, those ascensions are happening faster. More people are coming into alignment more rapidly. All right, so Hangman is seeing that from a higher perspective. Those that are in the middle realm, you filled 9 cups up here, and you're just waiting. You're ready to celebrate and have that 10th cup, that wish fulfillment, and embracing your shadow self, illuminating shadow self of others, and bringing truth to the occasion. Here again, I love how these things resonate so well, because this soul retrieval, the ones that have already been, they are shining, they are coming up again as the star, balancing, having emotional intelligence, seeing truth. The veil is lifted to this person, the High Priestess. The energy in these 2 cards really are a lot alike. Having that new beginning, Ace of Wands, the person they mirror, right? This is someone that they're mirroring energetically, because they share the same soul, the same blueprint, the same, I always say, or recently I started calling it the, the SIM card, right? Yeah, because I was trying to get a grasp of how to explain it. Alright, so what do you need to work on in the near future here? What Spirit wants you to work on? Well, I'm taking these because they fell out. It's a good sign, right? 249, starting with this one. Movement, choices, decisions. Know that you're going to be making a lot of movement. You need to move forward for you and your partner to come into union. You have wedding rings here. You have planted the seeds here with the seed, and know that Spirit is guiding this. And in order to have the abundance, first you've had to plant that seed, come into union with yourself first, and then others, but to be in soul purpose. And then Spirit will bless you with, depending on the choices, but depending on your decisions. Remember, you have self-will. So if you choose incorrectly, it's going to delay some of these steps. But abundance in all things are yours, as long as you follow your spiritual guidance, your intuition. Number 4, firm foundation. Spirit wants you to build a firm foundation first and foremost. And number 9, again, with solitude, that meditation card comes out with that 3:30 a.m. type thing, or at least 1 hour before your usual awakening time. Set your alarm to meditate, to be one with spirit guides, and listen to what they want to say to you. Those messages are trying to get to you. And if you sit still and listen, the words and the knowledge will come to you. Some, I hear them saying they don't talk to me, but they do talk to you. You have to be still long enough to hear what they're saying. Budding trees, the expectation. What are you expecting? Know that it's a process, that this takes time, that you can't put the horse before the cart, right? You have to allow things to be in certain steps, and having the goals set for yourself, the goal being hopefully your highest good and your soul purpose. Number 10, an ending of the way you used to set goals, the way you used to see things. To heal yourself with medicine wheel here, to come into union with the 0 card is all about 1. This is a 10, right? A number 1, and this is 0. So this is about healing yourself, your inner growth, that contemplation. Take a step back and take a look. Again, with the solitude, a contemplation reminds me of meditation, because you have to meditate to hear the guidance of Spirit, to gain that inner growth, the inner healing, to come into union with yourself for your soul purpose. Your spirit guides around you. I've gone on more than an hour, so I want to make sure I'm getting this done. To go within in a vision quest, again with meditation and owl medicine. This is like such repeat, right? Because Spirit's really trying to drive this message home to you, that this will heal you. You have to have the wisdom and listen to the guidance we're giving you. And not just myself, there are other readers out there. Again, Jupiter 1111 is the one I use to, I usually listen to for guidance, but that's who I happened upon when I needed more guidance than myself. Things are changing, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level in deep healing. Fairies that are around you. Okay, 2. Walk away from dishonest associations. Yeah, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness or for your highest self. Something that's not worth the effort that you're having to put forth. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of your life is about to unfold. Beautiful. Just saying. I love this energy. I just want to hug him. He's so cute. She's so cute. Whatever it is. Right? High Priestess. Once again, you're coming up. This, if you're male, you could be the High Priest. You could be Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine. You're coming up either way as your High Priest, High Priestess self. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Spirit's guiding you to get into helping and leading others in their journey. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new energy can enter. And you have to, especially those of us that have, if you realize that you're found yourself recently with a catalyst, someone else now having that blueprint, the SIM card, whatever the case be, right? If that you're finding yourself that, know that you need to release that other energy. You need to let it go and know that this is for your highest good, and accept that new blueprint, that new energy You don't have to start from scratch. They're already at your level. They're already at your alignment. Angel of finances, honor and give thanks for the blessings you are about to receive. Just know too that that other person, your catalyst, the other person, they have a different person out there that they need to connect to. They're a true person. Someone that has their new blueprint as well. Okay? So you don't want to hold them up by holding on to them. And you don't want them holding you up by holding on to you. So you need to release that with the ending and beginning. Sorry, I just had to finish that thought. Someone you love is thinking fondly of you at this moment. And you can think fondly of them, of anyone in our lives, even if we have to release them. Right? So this is what I have for you. I was going to do a couple other things, but we're far over an hour. So have a blessed day. I'll do another reading in a minute. So I'll see you there. Namaste.